The Catholic world awoke to sorrowful news on the morning of April 21, 2025. His Holiness Pope Francis, the 266th leader of the Catholic Church, had passed away at the age of 88. The official announcement came from the Vatican shortly after sunrise, confirming the end of a papacy that had captivated hearts and minds across the globe. The Vatican confirmed that Pope Francis died at 7:35 a.m. local time. The cause of death was attributed to irreversible cardiac arrest following a stroke. This came after a period of declining health for the pontiff, who had battled a number of ailments in recent years. The news, though not entirely unexpected, cast a pall over Rome and resonated throughout the world. Cardinal Kevin Farrell, the Vatican Camerlengo, delivered the solemn news to the world. Speaking on Vatican television, he announced the Pope's passing with a heavy heart. "It is with profound sorrow that I announce the death of our beloved Holy Father," Cardinal Farrell stated, his voice filled with emotion. The announcement marked the beginning of a period of mourning for the Catholic Church and its 1.3 billion members worldwide. Preparations for Pope Francis's funeral began immediately following the official announcement of his death. The news of his passing sent shockwaves through the global Catholic community, prompting an outpouring of grief and reflection on his impactful papacy. The Vatican, the heart of the Catholic Church, is now the epicenter of mourning and remembrance. The city-state has become a focal point for millions who wish to honor the memory of a pope who was known for his humility, compassion, and dedication to social justice. Millions of Catholics around the world are expected to make the pilgrimage to pay their respects and bid farewell to their beloved leader. Pilgrims from all walks of life, representing the diverse global community of the Church, are converging on Vatican City, united in their shared sorrow and reverence. Following tradition, the Vatican has announced that Pope Francis's body will lie in state. This solemn event will take place in the majestic St. Peter's Basilica, allowing the faithful to come and pay their final respects in a setting that has witnessed countless significant moments in the history of the Church. This will allow the faithful to pay their final respects to the departed pontiff. The atmosphere is expected to be one of deep reflection and prayer, as individuals from around the world come to honor a man who touched so many lives with his words and actions. His remains, dressed in papal white and a simple mitre, will be displayed in St. Peter's Basilica. The choice of attire reflects Pope Francis's lifelong commitment to simplicity and humility, values that he championed throughout his papacy. This will begin as early as Wednesday, April 23, 2025, allowing mourners from around the world to gather and offer their prayers. The Vatican is preparing for an unprecedented influx of visitors, all coming to pay tribute to a leader who was deeply loved and respected. The funeral mass, a momentous occasion for the Catholic world, is expected to be held between Friday, April 25th and Sunday, April 27th. This event will be a significant moment of collective mourning and celebration of Pope Francis's life and legacy. The specific date will be determined by the College of Cardinals, who are gathering to manage the transition period. Their role is crucial in ensuring a smooth and respectful transition, honoring the traditions of the Church while preparing for the future. Heads of state, dignitaries, and religious leaders from across the globe are expected to attend the service, a testament to Pope Francis's far-reaching influence. His efforts to bridge divides and promote peace and understanding have left a lasting impact on the world stage. Breaking with tradition, Pope Francis will be laid to rest in the Basilica of St. Mary Major in Rome. This decision reflects his personal devotion and the unique path he carved during his time as the leader of the Catholic Church. This decision, a reflection of his humility and deep devotion to the Virgin Mary, has been met with understanding and respect by the Catholic community. It underscores his lifelong commitment to the values of compassion, humility, and service. The Basilica of St. Mary Major, one of the 4 papal basilicas in Rome, holds a special significance in Catholic tradition. It is a place of deep spiritual importance, and its selection as Pope Francis's final resting place is a poignant tribute to his legacy. It is home to the icon of Salus Populi Romani, believed to have been painted by Saint Luke the Evangelist. This revered icon has been a source of comfort and inspiration for countless faithful, much like Pope Francis himself. The news of Pope Francis's passing triggered an outpouring of grief and tributes from across the globe. World leaders, religious figures, and ordinary people alike expressed their condolences, reflecting the profound impact of his papacy. His message of compassion, humility, and social justice transcended religious boundaries, making him a respected figure far beyond the Catholic world. From world capitals to small villages, people gathered to pray, light candles, and share stories of how Pope Francis's words and actions had touched their lives. Political leaders, often divided by ideology, found common ground in their praise for the late Pope. US President Donald Trump, Russian President Vladimir Putin, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni, and Argentine President Javier Milei all offered their condolences, highlighting Pope Francis's commitment to peace and dialogue. The depth of mourning extended far beyond official pronouncements. Social media platforms were flooded with messages of grief, gratitude, and remembrance. Images of Pope Francis embracing the sick, washing the feet of refugees, and speaking out for the marginalized served as poignant reminders of his extraordinary life and legacy. The world mourned not just a religious leader, but a global icon who had championed the poor, the vulnerable, and the forgotten. Born Jorge Mario Bergoglio on December 17, 1936, in Buenos Aires, Argentina, Pope Francis's early life was marked by the vibrant culture and complex social dynamics of his homeland. Buenos Aires, a city known for its rich history and diverse population, provided a unique backdrop for his formative years. Pope Francis's journey from humble beginnings to the papacy is a testament to his unwavering faith and commitment to serving others. His path was not a straightforward one, but rather a series of experiences that deepened his understanding of humanity and his role within it. His life story, deeply rooted in his Argentine upbringing, shaped his worldview and his approach to leadership. The landscapes of Argentina, from the bustling streets of Buenos Aires to the serene countryside, influenced his perspective on the interconnectedness of all people. Growing up in a working-class neighborhood in Buenos Aires, young Jorge witnessed both the struggles and the resilience of ordinary people. These early observations of hardship and perseverance played a crucial role in shaping his future mission. These formative experiences instilled in him a deep sense of social justice and a profound empathy for the poor and the marginalized. He saw firsthand the impact of economic disparity and felt a calling to address these injustices. His decision to join the Jesuit order, known for its intellectual rigor and commitment to social justice, was a natural progression of his desire to serve God and humanity. The Jesuits' emphasis on education and social responsibility resonated deeply with his own values. Before becoming Pope, he served as Archbishop of Buenos Aires. In this role, he was not just a religious leader but also a community figure, deeply involved in the lives of his parishioners. In this role, he became known for his humility, his focus on the poor, and his criticism of social injustice. He was a vocal advocate for the disenfranchised, often speaking out against the systemic issues that perpetuated poverty and inequality. He chose a simple lifestyle, often riding the bus and cooking his own meals. This simplicity was not just a personal preference but a statement of solidarity with the common people. His compassion and his commitment to the less fortunate earned him the nickname the Slum Bishop. This moniker reflected his deep connection to the marginalized communities he served. It was these qualities combined with his deep spirituality and intellectual depth that led to his election as Pope in 2013, a moment that surprised the world and ushered in a new era for the Catholic Church. His papacy has since been marked by a continued focus on humility, social justice, and a call for a more inclusive and compassionate church. Pope Francis's papacy, from the moment of his election, was marked by a profound sense of purpose and a determination to bring the Catholic Church closer to the people it serves. His election was a moment of great anticipation and hope, as he was seen as a figure who could bridge divides and bring a fresh perspective to the papacy. His vision for a more inclusive, compassionate, and dialogue-oriented church resonated deeply with Catholics and non-Catholics alike, leaving an indelible mark on the Church and the world. He reached out to people of all faiths, fostering a spirit of unity and understanding that transcended religious boundaries. Central to his papacy was a focus on mercy and compassion. He often spoke about the need for the Church to be a field hospital that heals wounds and warms the hearts of the faithful. His actions spoke louder than words as he personally visited hospitals, embraced the sick, and comforted those in pain. He repeatedly emphasized the importance of welcoming the marginalized, including the poor, the sick, migrants, and refugees. His visits to migrant camps and his interactions with refugees highlighted his commitment to social justice and human dignity. He called for a church of the poor for the poor, urging Catholics to see the face of Christ in those who are suffering. His work with the homeless and his presence in impoverished neighborhoods were a testament to his dedication to this cause. His efforts to reform the Vatican bureaucracy, often criticized for being out of touch, aimed to make the Church more efficient and responsive to the needs of the faithful. He sought to bring transparency and accountability to the Church's administration, addressing issues that had long been sources of contention. Pope Francis was not afraid to address controversial issues. He spoke openly about the need for the Church to evolve and adapt to the modern world, tackling subjects that were often considered taboo. He challenged the global community to address climate change, calling it a moral imperative. His encyclical Laudato Si urged people to take action to protect our common home, emphasizing the interconnectedness of all creation. He advocated for peace and reconciliation in conflict zones around the world, often acting as a mediator and a voice for the voiceless. His efforts in places like the Middle East and Africa showcased his commitment to global peace and harmony. His papacy was marked by a series of historic gestures, including his meeting with Patriarch Kirill, the head of the Russian Orthodox Church, the first such meeting in over a millennium. This historic encounter was a significant step towards Christian unity and reconciliation.